Did that work? I suppose we'll find out in a second, won't we? We turn this down a tad so it actually sounds a bit more normal. And then we'll find out if, contrary to popular belief, I can actually set up a stream. Because I, for one, know I can't. So I'll wait for people to start rolling in. And then we will get started, because apparently the last stream didn't even go live. So it's kind of important that this one actually does. So while I wait for people to join, I'm just going to talk randomly. If anything sounds sort of like a fan in the background, or, you know, the next coming of the, you know, some ancient being, it's not me. It's mostly due to the fact that I'm running the world's best graphics card of date named in video. So, you know, just sort of wait for the video. In the meantime, what really matters is this playthrough and how good it is. So let's just resize this so it looks relatively normal. And let's get straight into things. Right, so let's see. I'll find my controller, and then we'll get straight to it. I put my controller over here for some obscure reason. Hope audio levels sound okay, the mic sounds okay. Thank you, UG. I can't say your name fully, because I'm not even going to try, but I am glad you are fully enjoying all the content on the channel. Because I'm putting in a lot of effort for this, and I hope that's good for you. It's not letting me control anything right now. See, I'm telling myself I have to live with you know, the graphics card that I'm using, because I said I'd do all my day-to-day tasks like streaming and living and things like that. And currently, I can't even push any buttons, so I have to restart that real quick. We're already off to a good start. See, usually we're in game by now. But where I'm, you know, not using my main graphics card, I'm essentially using things as they are now. You know, it's sort of, it's an odd experience, to say the least. So what we'll do is we'll jump right back into things. Now, for those of you who weren't able to catch up with where we were, we've just got an evolution on Brewhilda. And we've also got an evolution on Ringo as well, which is quite important for overall. Unfortunately, Bruce died, so rest in peace, Bruce. Yet when they decided to show it on British TV, they gave him the worst dubbed over English accent possible, where he goes into this woman's basement and says, "Now this right here," and you're just thinking, right. Well, you know how it is. We'll be ready to go in a second and actually find out what we need to do. I think we were just trying to get a bit more grinding. Because, from what I remember of where we were, I think audio levels are okay for everyone. We needed to try and get Sanaflow's level a bit higher, because the next level was the fighting gym. And I think the fighting gym, we really are going to struggle with. So I'm going to swap out Len Goodman for... probably, the problem is we need to get some, you know, some upgrades on all three of these. In fact, yeah, Sanaflow has the XP share because we need to try and get some level ups. Is it up here that we need to go? I don't know where we needed to go, because none of this really makes much sense. This guy's up here saying that we're the worst thing in existence, which is a shame, really, because I don't think we're that bad. It's another Zubat, which is a bit of a shame. Fortunately, Ringo should be able to take these out quite quickly. Because, you know, he's got Intimidate and he's got Bite. I don't think he has anything else, though. Yeah, it's just Bite and Tackle, so... really, yeah, not that good. But, you know, we need to try and get some levels up, because we've lost some of the boys. And, you know, some of the long-standing members, like, I mean... oh, wow, Tackle does more than Bite. Is Bite special attack, then? I think Bite might be special attack. I'm not too sure, in which case... that was just my idiocy trying to move around. That honestly wasn't the game. Oh well, you know, there was an attempt to try and get things working properly. We might be able to tackle this thing in one hit then, if that works again. Yeah, I know, it was a shame that Bruce died, one of the OGs. And he's gone. We did catch a Zubat, if anyone's wondering why we have the little tick next to it. Fortunately, or unfortunately, we did capture one. I can't remember what route it was on. I think it was in this cave. Yeah, Meteor Falls. We didn't get anything good here. We just found a Zubat. Which is a bit depressing, really, but you know how it is. Welcome, Tony Heavy Industries, to the stream. Now, it's going to be a sad one, I think. But, well, I mean, we've had the sad ones. What I mean is this is going to be one of the more pleasant ones. This is going to be the resurrection. You know, like, it's like the Passion of Christ 2. Even more passion. It's like that. The hit sequel, of course. It's like the Passion of Bruce 2, even more Bruce. Despite the fact Bruce, of course, plays no part in this on any level. I think there's a little Pokeball up here. You know, if Len Goodman smashes it, we should be able to get it. A Great Ball. Really not that good. Is there screen tearing happening? Let me see. I think VSync's enabled. Let me see. Has that fixed it? I am, of course, living with a graphics card that's very old. So, if anyone was wondering, I am very much using well, the HD 4870. I think that solved the screen tearing for now. I turned on frame skipping. Oddly enough, if the HD 4870 is struggling with Pokemon, that's gonna be in the review. I'm legitimately using the HD 4870, and honestly, I am being blown away by this card. Really, really good performance. See, there is another gym that we have to go to. It's the fighting type gym, and I've just realised that I've gone back to where we can't grind. So I'm gonna have to go all the way back to where we can grind to try and get some leveling up done. Right. I'll take off the coat. And we will sit down, we will relax, and we will enjoy some Pokemon Emerald, awfully played by a guy who mostly reviews budget tech while he plays this on a budget graphics card. You know how it is. To be fair, though, I mean, the only issue I've ran into so far was, at first, I had a few driver issues. And by driver issues, I mean my own stupidity, because I use the Windows 8 drivers, but you have to install them manually on a new OS like Windows 10, so I had to go through and select the INF file myself. But that's the only real issue I've come across. Oh, that, and it doesn't like my main monitor, so I'm having to use two separate monitors and have to between the two, like... Oh. There we go. We had an issue. We just dropped a few frames there. I don't know what happened there. That was completely out of my control, so do not worry about it. It was... not my fault that happened. Personally, I blame Tony Heavy Industries, you know. Taking up all our bandwidth by watching this stream. You know, it's not like I've got much in the way of resources, and I'm just out here, you know, with my graphics card that's about 10 years old, was once the most powerful in the world, and sounds a bit like a jet engine, constantly runs at upwards of 85 degrees. You know, I'm just out here using that, and they're using up all my bandwidth, and it's a shame. Ooh. Ah. Right. Is it even worth us, you know, taking these things out? I mean, it just takes tackle. Ringo's pretty strong in all honesty, but he was useless, and it took us a lot of grinding to get him up to this level. Saying that, though, Brewhilda's got a lot better, but still not that good, because the main issue with Brewhilda was, you know, moveset. We don't exactly have a good moveset, which is a bit of a shame, but, you know, yeah, not much I can really do about it now. I suppose we can just get some more level ups, but really I want to focus on Ringo and the flying type, because we have got a flying type now. For anyone that noticed, our replacement for Bruce is Sanaflow, which I was talking about with the dodgy advert involving macerators and things like that. I miss Gary too. Gary was one of the boys. Our second cat, well, our first catch actually, wasn't he? Actually, I'll take a look at the squad in a second, and we will see who is left of the original boys. I miss Bruce as well. He was quite the tank, wasn't he? But the thing is, he couldn't tank the Mega Train critical hit, unfortunately. Abstract, could you try and keep it on topic, please? At least relatively for the stream. Well, it doesn't have to be that on topic. You know, you guys can ask me any questions, like, you know, within reason. Most of the screen tearing has stopped, which is nice. Derek is OG. Len Goodman is OG. We have 2 OGs left. It's a shame. Right. We'll go through Rust Turf Tunnel. I mean, I think it's just Wisma here, isn't it? Yeah, it's just Wisma. You know, I'll do these battles out for, like, all 80 XP, but that's only because, you know, it's useful for Sanaflow, which is sort of, you know, useful overall. I don't know why we have Splash. There must be a way I can get rid of Splash at some point. It's completely useless. Oddly enough, we got Tackle when we were still Magikarp. Am I streaming on a schedule? I'm trying to do one stream a day, ideally in the mornings, like when I did one... Well, not morning, sort of afternoon time. Maybe 11-ish is when I'm trying to stream. 11 GMT. Everything's going to get put up like an episode, like I've been doing it now. Do people like it? Me putting it up as episodes? You know, like how I've been doing it with like the little thumbnails with the ever-expanding gravestones. You know, because everyone was saying, you know, there's a distinct lack of gravestones in your work. And I was like, you know what? He makes a compelling argument. I need more gravestones on this channel. So I thought, what better way to put gravestones on here? Do you guys want to battle me? Nope, they're just jogging between. Right, strange people. Is there a radio? No, that's a completely different game with a radio tower, isn't it? I'm just an idiot. We're done Moorville City. I can't remember what we've got to do here. I'm pretty sure we just got to beat the gym so that we can use strength outside battle and get further on our way. That's alright, Abstract. I just saw your message. It's fine. Honestly, in answering your question, you know, I think eggs and beans would be the best combination out of what you suggested. I've tried to stop any form of screen tearing where possible. Is it too bad? Because if so, I can try and do something about it. What's over here in this little bit? Might be able to do some grinding, which would be quite nice. I'm just noticing that I'm looking at the preview window, and, you know, yeah. There doesn't seem to be much bad going on. Level 14, nah, there's higher stuff we can grind off. Don't need really to be fighting a level 14 Marill. I mean, it takes us 2 hits. You know, it's bad when it takes us 2 hits to do anything. I wonder if Tackle's not going to kill it now. Nope, it missed as well. Oh no. We'll use Bite. I'm watching the little preview screen now to see if anything's causing it, but it's whenever there's any quick animations, but I don't know if there's going to be anything I can do about that, honestly. I mean, I can try that. Does that fix things? Let me know if honestly, oh, I've been using Splash. I would love to do a budget streaming PC. I've actually started collecting a few little parts together for it, for what will be like a £10 streaming setup, and then I'll actually stream from it maybe for the day or something like that if you guys wanted to see. Maybe like a new series started where I stream on a £5 PC entirely on what it can run. I've even got a cheap capture card for it. It is awful. But it's also kind of cool at the same time, so, you know. Can't hate on it too much when it actually works. Okay. Let me know if it's still tearing. I've tried the final thing I can think of to try and fix it, which, may or may not have worked. Tackle should work, I think. Oh, how'd you get burnt? Honestly, Slugma is a pain in the arse. It's really not worth our time, you know, battling him, because it just does so much damage to us, and we just end up getting hit with burn. Are we going to take damage? Yep, because you take your damage at the end of the turn in this gen, whereas before you took it you take it at the end of the round, whereas before you took it at the end of the turn. Which makes sense. Sanaflow, of course, gaining XP, but not leveling up at all. Still level 16. What are Sanaflow's stats? Heals upon switching out. Honestly, that could be quite useful. 335, wow. And the stats aren't much to boast home about either. Sing could be a lifesaver, though. If we get that speed stat up, you know, it could be pretty useful. I'll swap in Derek, because Derek could always use a few extra levels. I know everyone's probably thinking Ronald's being neglected right now. You know, it's, you know, there's not much I can do about it. Right, Derek. Yeah, Derek and Ringo are very much interchangeable. Apart from Derek gets a stab bonus on bite. Wow, that did nothing. Maybe tackle will do more. Yeah, no. I don't think this was a good shout actually using tackle. Well, actually it was, because he's just using focus energy and he's not quick enough to actually damage us at all, so we'll just go ahead with this. Yeah, just figured, you know, I could go for try. I'm trying to do my usual routine, but on a decade-old graphics card, and so far I've been surprised, you know. No. I'm running from this battle, because I hate these things. Because all they will do is explode. In fact, you know, I'm going to kill it just because I hate them. It's that much. Smog. They're better not poisonous, otherwise I'm going to... Wow. That didn't poison us, good. And it didn't explode, which is nice. Oh, see you later, Devil Kitchen. Sanaflow, of course, gaining mega XP off those coughings, which do actually give you quite the large XP payout. You know, I was surprised at that. That's quite a hefty amount. I think there's a Pokemon Center up along here, though, so we can heal at the Pokemon Center. Up here, though, I think we actually haven't been along here, so I'm gonna investigate it. You know, I'll use a... I think I've got a burn heal. Have I got a burn heal? Might have a burn. Yeah, I got some stuff to use. Honestly, coughing is the most hated Pokemon I can think of right now. It is responsible for quite a few deaths on our team. I want Derek and Ringo to both be tanks, but, you know, honestly, it's going to be worth focusing on Ringo for the next gym because, you know, Dark-type's not very good against fighting. And at least, you know, we might be able to get some more moves on Ringo. So, we can try and fight these guys. Yeah. No, I've got a feeling it might be a crossfire-related bug. So it might be to do with the VSync implementation, but anyway, this is to be documented. This will all be featuring in the video, so if anyone's got anything they'd like to specifically said in the video, go ahead and ask. Someone's got to make a video on this. Yeah, Lear. Well, now he's just going to manage to actually do some damage, but not much, because we're already using tackle on him. Seismic Toss does level, doesn't it? So that's 19. Which is not a particularly good move to use in this instance. Right, 19 again. In which case, you know, we can always just, you know, use a potion. Which is why we bought them. You know, we should get a big XP payout on this at least, which will be nice. Not even that much. Sanaflow's at least getting some level ups. Nice, Sanaflow. Maybe if you get to level 25 or something, you'll actually be able to do something. Honestly, I was surprised by the crossfire implementation in CSGO. 100% scaling, pretty much. I mean, I say 100%, about 96. At least, in terms of utilization, I'm talking about. It was really impressive. Wow, I don't think we can go any further. So we went up there, just battle a guy, and now we have to go back up this way anyway, so that was a waste. Right, who's this guy? Can we get through to him? Or do we have to go... We can just go around. Who is it? Oh no, it's the house you can rest at. Right, I could have rested there, but I'm an idiot. I think this is the area where we were doing some grinding before, so honestly, we'll just continue doing some grinding here. I'm really interested to see how GTA 5 is going to hold up, because GTA 5 is quite an interesting one in terms of scaling, at least when it comes to terascale, because it's such a driver-limited generation. Bite should be super effective, I think. No, it's not. Will tackle do a bit more? I mean, I know there's the chance to flinch, but it's not worth it when tackle's going to do more damage. Because at that point, we're just sort of trying to get level ups. You know, it'd be nice when we can one-shot these things. That would be nice. Ringo's so close. Come on. It was the next area we're on. There's those Viper things, and they give you 400 XP. So it's like a battle with them. You know, it's the equivalent of like a proper trainer battle, but it's 10 times easier. We were two-shotting them earlier. So, you know, that's pretty good. Would anyone be able to tell me, are Dark-type moves special attack? Because I can check, can't I? Because it will tell me. I think they are, though. Which, honestly, you know... could be a bit of a pain in the arse. Let's see, because I think Ringo's got some great stats for this. Does it tell me if it's special attack or not? I'll put bite down the bottom, actually. I know, it depends on the type of move, though, not the move it actually is. Honestly, Henry, I just stream whatever you want to play. Like, I just thought, someone mentioned this challenge to me. They was like, you could do a good stream on that. I was like, you know what? I could actually. Because people like my incessant ramblings. And that's the story of how I ended up streaming this game. Feint attack's going to do nothing. Honestly, these battles just go on long because these things can actually hit us, which is the annoyance. Yeah, if Pokemon flinches, it's alright, but is it like a, you know, like special attack or normal attack or physical attack, is that it? Someone out there knows what I mean. I'll stop in at the Pokemon Center. There's these battle tents, but I don't want to lose anyone to a battle tent. Honestly, if it's special attack still, it would explain why it's so bad when it comes to, you know, being used on Ringo. Right. The move tutor, yeah, we've been there, we've done all that. I wonder if there's anything in this crater. A nugget. It's physical, but is it... okay, if it's physical damage, that's interesting. Because I know in the other gens it's not. Okay. I wonder how we get this. We'll try and get that, actually. That could be quite useful, whatever that is. But this is the area where we'll do some grinding anyway, because it's like Lombres, Lotads, all that stuff. You know, stuff that's relatively easy to do. Yeah, I know, Gen 4 was the big time where they changed it all around. We should be able to do some damage here. Honestly, though, Bite seems like it should do more damage than Tackle, but I suppose we don't get the stab bonus, do we? And this is going to do a lot of damage. Oh, it's not. Right. Tackle. I think it's because with Tackle we get the stab bonus. Honestly, I've never played Ratchet and Clank. I've never really heard of the series. It was maybe it wasn't that big over here, but I never hear anything about it ever. Honestly, I'm not accepting any new parts at the moment, just because the sheer quantity of parts I already have that I need to review. Sanaflo and Ringo, of course, becoming the dream team. I keep saying Sanaflo, but it's actually just Sandflow. A protein. I have no idea what a protein does, but I'm going to read it anyway. Okay, let's see. Bag. Does it, like, put up our... Raises the attack stat. Ringo. Ringo needed that. It's special attack. Ooh, interesting. That means my thoughts are correct, and that's why we're not doing much damage. Because despite the fact they are very clearly physical moves, I mean, it's called Bite, for God's sake. It's very much, you know, we get the stab bonus from Tackle. And, yeah, we might as well just keep using Tackle until we get some better moves. But I don't think we are going to... Although I suppose we could have taught Ringo Strength. But I don't want to give anyone else any more HMs. I think he needs, like, you know, some type advantage moves. Ringo's attack fell. I suppose we can use Bite now. Probably won't do much, but it'll do a bit. Nope. I was hoping we'd get the flinch bonus. Have I reviewed the GT720? I'd like to review it. I'd like to take a look at a lot of those crappy cards. I've actually ordered the cheapest Radiant card on eBay. After the positive response from the cheapest Nvidia card on eBay. Alright, it's going to take us another one. Nature Powder. No. I hate Stun Spore. I forgot these things were arseholes. Where they just spam these moves. It's gonna live through this, you know it is. Right. Nope, it didn't live through it, but... Oh well. We should be able to get a bit of XP. Honestly, he needs a new move, though. Alright, let me see. What can I teach him? Bullet Seed. Secret Power. Thief. How much damage does Thief do? 40, it's Dark type. A Steel Wing, yeah. Learn this, Gyarados. Sanaflo is able to learn Steel Wing. What? Fair dues? Secret Power. Secret Power? What type is Gyarados? Is he Water Normal or is he Water Dragon or something? Water Flying? What? He's not a flying type. Unless he is. In which case, colour me surprised. Interesting. Yeah, Matrox is still around, but they're just rebranded AMD cards. So, you know, it depends on what way you want to look at it. I get that comment every day. You're just like, but actually, I think you'll find Matrox is still alive. I'm just like, yes, I know they are. But they're rebranded AMD cards. So, you know. Cut is normal. Right. Honestly, we could replace Tackle with Cut. I need to give him the status stuff anyway, so we'll give him that. Where is it? Oh, I got something for, I don't need these berries. I care about the berries that do something. No, Paralysis might be useful. Where's my Paralyze heals? You can see this is from the grinding earlier, which you can also catch on the channel. What have you missed in the stream? Nothing. In fact, if anyone wants to confirm that, tell him he's missed nothing, because he has. We're just trying to get some levels up. Ideally, when Sandflow hits level 20, I reckon we should try the gym. I mean, we might die, but they're ground type. They're fighting types. We should be able to get some level ups off them. It'll be fine. And Sandflow is going to be able to tank them all, I'm telling you. Growl. Of course it's got Growl. But this one's got Special Power, so watch him use Special Power after this and get Stun Spore. He didn't, thankfully. Right. Honestly, I liked Lotad because that's what Gary was. No. Oh, thank God. I liked Lotad because that's what Gary was. I just don't like the fact that, oh, whoops, what have I done? I accidentally misclicked. I just like the fact that they are a pain in the arse to grind off for very little XP. You know, honestly, it's pretty difficult to get XP. I had no idea that HP was still a thing in 2019. Honestly, you know, next of all, people are going to be selling, get this, Apple. We all thought they died in the 90s. No, they actually make the iPhone. It's extreme. You know, you've got to put on your glasses. Just think, how can I pretend to be better than everyone? This guy clearly runs this channel as a hobby. Better ruin it for him. That's why he streams on a channel to try and get as few viewers as possible. Just kidding. I love all of you that come over to this channel just to watch my brilliant content I put out here. This channel's where it's at. This is where you get behind the budget. That should be the channel slogan, behind the budget. My solo podcasts, where it's less podcast, more me furiously playing Pokemon games. Which is pretty fun, actually. I'm enjoying it. It's a nice end to an evening, you know. Plus, it allows me to get an idea. Because it annoys me when people do graphics card reviews and they're like, yeah, it's a good graphics card, but I'm just like, well, have you lived with it? Could you live with a graphics card from 1996? You know, maybe, but you'd need to test it to verify yourself, wouldn't you? You know? And that's where I come into play. Right, someone actually watches for my gameplay. That's not healthy. Honestly, I couldn't answer that question. It feels bad to be attacking Gary's family, but Gary's family, the hell spawn of Satan they are, they came to me in a dream and they said, get a load of XP off us and go on to the next level. Which makes sense. When you think about things. You know, Ringo, of course, is just out here cutting things attack. Which would be really useful for the fighting type gym. If we main Ringo and what's his face? Ringo and other guy. I've forgotten him. Derek. There it is. If we main Ringo and Derek, we can bring down their attack stats before the battle's even really begun. Honestly, you know, I always have a cup of tea. In my latest video, you can see me getting this graphics card installed. What have I got? I've got my cup of tea and a drink of water. You know, it's things like that that make budget builds special. The fact that I'm the only guy to drink copious amounts of tea instead of, you know, actually making content. Oh wait, I make content. Just no one wants to watch it. Mental. I'm just kidding. Everyone wants to watch my content. No, don't try and sell me, please. I need to keep the stream going. Without me, there'll be no obscure Pokemon stream. What will happen then? World anarchy. Yeah, that's what they say. World anarchy. Why is Sanaflo taking forever to level up? Honestly. How many levels? 137 to level 18. Oh. It might be worth going to after we get a level up, it might be worth going to the gym, trying to get some you know, trying to go for things there and seeing how far we can make it in, because I mean there'll be things focusing on like speed and stuff like this, and we can always swap out and hopefully not die. Honestly, Paint Brawl Extreme had the better soundtrack, and this can be confirmed by many people. So what we'll do is we'll get a level up. You know, Sanaflo's close to leveling up. We'll just head on down to the gym. We'll try the fighting type gym. And Nuzleaf, well, you are going to commit toaster bath in a second, my friend. It's a shame, but it has to happen. Your dark type moves are actually strong on him, I think, because he's psychic, isn't he? No, that's the opposite. Stun Spore, of course. Whew. Honestly, gyms have got very close to murdering us before. We've never actually lost in a gym yet, which is something I will say that we have going for us. One of the few things. Honestly, I'm swapping out. Sanaflo can try this. It'll be worth it seeing just how well they do, you know? I'm thinking maybe if we use, like, I don't know, Peck? Peck will be able to do something useful. There you go. It's super effective, but it does virtually no damage whatsoever. You know, there's an attempt to actually get it to do something. And they've got Stun Spore, which is, of course, you know, an utter pain in the arse. Right, so what we'll do is we'll head on down to the next area, and we'll go from there. Which makes sense. There we go, Sanaflo's actually got a level up, which is nice. Fury Attack. Isn't Fury Attack completely useless because it's got no accuracy? 85. It might be better than Growl, but that's about it really, so I suppose I'll just make sure it forgets it. Or is it worth it? It's not worth them having Growl, so I'll make... Yeah, we'll delete Growl and we'll go for Fury Attack, because I think we might get some sort of stab bonus. Which would be nice. Level 18, right. Now we'll just continue onwards. I'll swap out for someone that can actually do something because they're not paralysed. And we'll return to the next area. Right. Right. Let's see.